All right, welcome back to CAD 101 Fusion Foundations Build the House series. Now we're getting into some of the tools that really start to level up your CAD work. At this point, we've built the house, we've added some features, and started bringing that environment to life. In this episode, we're going to keep building that scene using a few powerful engineering tools. We're going to use offset planes so we can sketch in new locations. We're going to use project and include geometry so we can bring existing shapes into those new sketches and keep everything aligned. Then we'll also use Loft to connect shapes and create smooth transitions between them. And finally, we'll use circular and rectangular patterns to make fast, clean copies without redrawing the same thing over and over and over again. This is where CAD starts to feel more efficient and a whole lot smarter. Let's get into it. All right, so here we go in Fusion. I've pulled up our model of the house that we've got going so far. And today we're going to work on lofting and then circular and rectangular patterns. So this is the first time we're going to actually have to go into create and pick a different tool that's down here. So loft is a little bit further down. So when we hover over that, we see our little tooltip, or our cheater text as I like to call it. And it says it creates a transitional shape between two or more sketch profiles or planar faces. And you can see what it's kind of doing. There's a picture of a square and then a circle that's kind of hovering about it, above it. And it kind of connects them. It kind of tries to figure out, hey, how is this supposed to work? And it makes that shape happen. So we're going to show you how this works. And so first thing we got to do is we got to get the sketching. So we're going to create a sketch, and we're going to start this on our grass. And so right now we've got a tree and a pond over here. We're going to work on a little kind of wooded area over here in this corner. So we're sketching on our grass. We're going to start, we're just going to make a tree right back in here. So we'll zoom in a little bit. Trunk of our tree is a circle. And we're just going to make this nice clean 1.5 inches. We're going to finish that sketch because that's all of the tree that touches the grass. Now I'm going to kind of 3D spin this. I'm sorry, I should call it orbit. I always just say 3D spin it. And now I'm going to start making the levels to this. So in order to make this go straight up above it, we're going to use the offset plane. We've used this a few times now. So construct offset plane. We're going to go straight from the grass. And we're going to go up. Grab the up arrow. It says 2 inches. Let's look at it from the top. Might be a little high. We're going to go down. We'll do it at 1 inch. I'm going to go back, hit the home on my view cube. I'm going to create a sketch on that new plane. I'm going to hover over my existing circle. And I'm just going to create another circle. I'm going to use project and include to get my center point. Hit OK. Do my center diameter circle from the same one. And you know what? I should have actually done project and include because this is going to be my tree trunk. And I want my tree trunk to be the exact same size as my tree, the base. So now I can do center diameter circle, snap it. There we go. Finish sketch. Now, in all honesty, I can actually just extrude from one to the other here. So we're going to do that. It's probably the best way. And we're just going to go up 1 inch. Perfect. Let's go back into that. Extrude, we don't want to do a join. We want to do new body because we like to be able to have that option to change colors in this case. All right. But we are going to use that sketch, so it is good that we've got it there. It's going to be the base of our tree. And we're going to go back into that sketch because I actually want to... No, we're going to leave it. I'm sorry. Finish the sketch. We're going to do an offset plane above that. Probably another inch. We're going to make this tree look a little funky. I'm in the mood for non-normal looking trees today. So we're going to create a sketch on that plane. I want to go right above it again. So we're going to create, project, include, project, my center point. And I'm going to make a bigger circle. I didn't type in a dimension, so we're going to use a dimension tool. We're going to make this 2.5. We're going to finish that sketch. Okay. I'm going to do another offset plane from that circle up. We'll go half an inch that time. If I hit the front view, yeah, that works. I'm going to do a sketch on that new plane. We're going to repeat this a couple of times. We're going to do our project include on our center point. Here we go. We're going to do a slightly smaller circle. We'll do 1.5. There we go, 1.5 works. And then we'll finish that sketch. We'll do 2 more. Offset plane, we'll go 1 inch here. We'll make it a little bit bigger. We're going to sketch on this plane again. Project include our center point once more. I'm going to make a bigger circle. We're going to go right in the middle. Let's do 2 even. Finish that sketch. And then, last but not least, 1 more. We'll bring this one up. We'll go 0.75. Create a sketch on that one. And this one, we're actually just going to go to the point. So project include, project, center point, and go OK. So now this is where the fun stuff with Loft occurs. So we're going to go down to Loft. And now we're going to combine all of these shapes we just did, all these circles, and the center point, and see what happens. So click, click, click. Once more. Last but not least, we're going to do this as a new body. Kind of gave me kind of a funky looking tree, which works for me. We're going to go ahead and click OK. So that is Loft. So we did a revolved tree down here in the last episode. You can see how that looks. This was a loft with circles. One of the good things, again, with Fusion, say we wanted to make this look really, really funky, we could go into one of these previous sketches, and instead of a circle, or we can change how big this circle is, we can go this down to, let's go, make it really big. Let's go 5 inches. Now my tree looks almost more like a UFO. We're going to take that back down to 2.25 just to bring it back into line. There we go. Now I'm going to hit A for appearance, and we're going to give this some color. So we're going to make the top of the tree that neon green again, and the bottom a wood brown. Now it looks kind of more like a tree versus that white color. So again, now we've got our 2 trees. Now, instead of having to copy and repeat this a whole bunch of times or resketch it 100 times to make the backyard full, we're going to do patterns. So up here in the Create section, we've got rectangular pattern by default, but if you go down to Create, we've got a section of patterns. So we're gonna do two here. We're gonna do a rectangular pattern and then we're gonna do a circle pattern. So first one we're gonna do is the rectangular pattern. It's asking us what bodies in our pop-up, what bodies do we want to copy or pattern. So we're gonna do both parts of our tree. Since we did them as new bodies, we gotta click both the top and the bottom. And then in this case, our axis, it's a little kind of misleading. We don't want to necessarily click one of these axes. We can actually probably just click this axis. And then as we drag it left and right, we can quickly show that we're going to make, in this case, would be 9 trees. So if you click any one of the X, Y, Z axes that are over there, it'll tell Fusion what general direction you're doing it in. In your pop-up, you've got the distance, and it's, in this case, our distribution is the extent. So from the beginning to the end of our pattern. And since we've got 8 inches as our distance on axis 1 and 7 on axis 2, that's how it determines the whole rectangle that it's going to copy them in. And then this is the quantity in each direction. So if I make this 4, it's going to really plug them up. If I make this 2, kind of thin it out a little bit. I can also, I like using my arrows to some extent. Even though it's not as scientific or engineered, it gives me more that visual feel when I'm doing things for 3D modeling, for doing 3D prints. Whereas if I'm more in an industrial space, I probably want to type in numbers. So if I'm doing, say, bolt holes around an object, I'm definitely going to be typing in distances so that way things line up. So in this case, we're going to go ahead with these 12 copies. That looks good. We're going to go ahead and click OK. And there we go. We got a little mini forest going on in that corner. Now, I want to copy this tree we did last episode. I'm going to make it in a circular pattern around the middle of this pond. So I'll show you what circular pattern does. So again, create pattern, circular pattern. Same exact pop-up we get. If you're ever in a pattern and you're like, hey, I really don't want to do circle pattern, I want to do rectangle pattern, there's a type option up here. You don't have to cancel out and flip over. And in this one, because we revolved it and it was one object, one profile, it is just one body, so we just only have one to select. Our axis in this case, we can actually click our circular pond. And since we lined them up when we did it, let's try that again. We need to make this be in the axis box. We can click that. There we go. Now if we look straight from the top down, you can see how that works. So since my tree is that distance from the berm, it's making them all be copied around that as if it were the axis. Had I actually sketched and included the middle point when I did this extrude for the water in the last episode, I would have had a center point. But since it's all concentric, they're all centered off the exact same point, we're good. It's not going to look too funky. Let's say we're going to make this a little bit thick. I don't like it. Let's go with 7. It's going to kind of be like a little glade of trees. That little pond is kind of hidden. Now if a deer comes by, you know, it's got a little bit of shade while it's drinking the water. And there we go. We did loft to make those trees, rectangular pattern to turn it kind of into a forest, and then we did a circular pattern over here to circle these pine trees around the pond. So now that was a big step forward. We didn't just make one more object. We used offset planes, projected geometry, lofts, and patterns to build faster, cleaner, and with a lot more control. That's the difference between just modeling piece by piece and using CAD the way it was meant to be used. Now our scene has more structure, more repetition, and more realism, without a bunch of extra work. In the next lesson, we're going to finish strong. We're going to knock this house out, make it look spectacular. We're going to add the final details and pull it all together. So go ahead and click into the next episode, wrap this up strong. Or if you're ready for an entertainment break, click on the link to the side of me and check out my latest short videos. And overall, let's just keep building.